Now we all know about colour. Well, public consultations on the education curriculum open tomorrow, with parents and guardians expected to contribute their views on the education suitable for their children, as the Ministry of Primary and Secondary Education engages in a 2-day engagement process.
Permanent Secretary in the Ministry, Tumisang Tabela, said every school will be a consultation centre and will give every stakeholder an opportunity to participate in deciding the education best for the nation.
The Continuous Assessment Learning Activities Programme, or CALA for short, is among the topical issues around the education curriculum, with a number of stakeholders calling for a review.
Parents argue that CALA is now a burden to them as they are made to complete the tasks which have proven to be difficult for their children. This, they say, defeats the purpose as it no longer benefits the children.
I think one of the issues with CALA, it's clear, is the understanding of what it is. I think that is the first step.
If you don't understand something, you abuse it.
Exactly, or you don't like it.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, really, if you think of it simply, the idea here is that parents with their kids are supposed to help the teachers assess what their children are, where they are, what they learn, what their aptitudes are. It isn't about parents doing the work for the kids. It isn't about parents basically saying, oh, my kid doesn't know this, let me do this so he or she gets better marks. That will defeat the whole purpose, because if you're going to cheat for your child, number one, the child knows you're cheating, and number two, they don't really have the education levels when they eventually do pass something. It's you who pass the exam, not them.
So my question is, Andy, do we just leave, okay, say they have to construct a spaceship and they can't do it at home. Do we just say, hey, to the teacher, the child cannot do this, and you leave it at that? And then what happens after that? Or do we actually just, what's the process?
Well, to be honest with you, I think this is what parents are confused about.
Yeah.
You're right. Because if it's so out of reach of the kid,
don't do it.
What do they do? But then if the child goes back to the teacher without doing it, does the teacher penalize them for not doing their homework?
But I think if there's an explanation that says, hey, listen, we're trying to get the aptitude and what the child is good at, they're clearly not good at building a spacecraft, so they can't do it. What is the next stage? And where do we put the? That's the kind of thing that has to be clear.
This is the but I think as well, though, it means that parents are not and this is my opinion, and I don't know if it's true. Maybe you could tell us if you believe it's true. I don't think parents spend enough time in their children's school life as they should do. I think we pack them up. We wake up this morning, we take them to school, we drop them off, we pick them up at lunchtime, and if they do their homework, they do their homework. We think we're too busy, but really, growing education for a child is a daily thing. As a parent, you've got to spend at least 10, 15 minutes every day with them.
I have seen some parents who are at work, like the girl who does my nails and whatever it is. She has her kids, they're at home. So the homework comes on her phone and she's at work. She finishes work at 6:30. It's probably going to take her another 2 hours to get home, and it's 8 p.m. How is that child going to do the homework if it's coming on the mom's phone? So this is the kind of thing. I mean, look, it's absolutely fantastic. I would go and ask all of these questions at these centres, which is really good. We need to have clarity on that. How does it work, and how do you want us to, as parents, to help these children? Now, how do you want us as parents to also help the teachers in understanding what?
So, frankly, if I were you parents, take the day off tomorrow, whatever, you take a couple of hours off. Go and attend these consultations that are happening at every single school. Let your views be heard and ask the questions. I think Marissa's got it right, because we can't explain most of them, and we're supposed to know a lot of this stuff. So please go ask the questions. Get involved in your children's schooling and what they do. I think it's so important. I think the days of us ignoring what our children are doing or not helping them do something are over. And those parents who are already doing it, I take my hats off to you for spending the time in your busy lives. But then again, you know what? If you don't have your kids, what do you have?
What do you have? Thanks for taking your hat off for me, Andy.
Oh, goodness, wink, wink. She's a colorist.